What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are here with the Lisbell build guide here, guys. We're going to be going over her skills, going over her demon wedges, and then showing off her actual gameplay and how you guys can maximize this character's kit in the late to end game kind of range. So if you're at around that like trial rank 45 to 55, this is going to be a perfect kind of build for you guys to use in the meantime till we get to the end game content. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as you know, we're on the road to that 4K subs now, guys. Recently at that 3K, and we've been pumping out a ton of videos on the channel. If you guys really do like these videos, man, please make sure to hit the like button. It shows a lot, and yeah, I definitely appreciate all the support. So with that out of the way, let's hop in and let's go over Lisbell's skills first, and then we'll talk about exactly what we're rocking in terms of the demon wedges on this character. So for these skills right here, we have In the Name of Patience. Lunges forward, dealing Lumino AoE damage 3 times along the path, then slams down to deal more Lumino AoE damage. So you guys can see right there, that is a fairly strong skill, and it shows the little animation of her doing the little like spinning effect into the enemies. Now for the second skill here, it's going to be called That's It. Switches the user's melee weapon to Samael, dealing Lumino damage to enemies ahead. While wielding this Constance weapon Samael, use the skill used again to withdraw the actual Constance weapon, and normal attacks with Samael will chain up to 4 hits. And while wielding Samael, hold attack to charge, and this is when you actually start to drain the sanity. So you don't actually drain sanity with the initial use of the ultimate, you just keep it in that state, which is really strong. And then while charging, gains the impatience buff, generating combo points every 0.5 seconds. Now releasing the attack, reaching the max combo level, or running out of sanity will unleash a powerful charge attack, dealing Lumino AoE damage to the enemies ahead. And again, the buff that you do gain when you start charging up the charge attack is going to be impatience, granting hit stun and reduced damage taken. Now that is pretty much the basis of this character's kit, guys. Now she does have obviously her passive here, which is going to give her the combo level increases. So as you are charging up, you're going to go from C, B, A, and S, and the enhancement will be level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 respectively. And if the combo level drops, the current enhancement level persists for a short time, so you still get at least the the damage available from that. And while Samael is enhanced, the user's Constance weapon gains increased attack range and trigger probability based on the enhancement's level. So that is pretty much that right there in terms of the actual base character skills, guys. Let's go over to the demon wedges now and talk about what we're rocking. So as you guys can see here on the build, the first actual demon wedge that we're rocking here is going to be Helios's Prismatic Neon. So this is going to have skill duration plus 24%, but when enemies are near a Lumino character taking weapon damage, crit chance is increased by 32.7% and gains an additional 8.2 against targets with debuffs. So that's going to be really good because we're able to get another increase of crit chance as we are using Samael, and it's going to be pretty important because the Samael Constance weapon does gain the weapon damage like as an effect. Remember, it says when near enemies of Lumino characters taking weapon damage, and Constance weapons do count as weapon damage in terms of the effect for the buffs. So yeah, that is a really good effect, guys. The Constance weapon is actually crit based, so getting that mod right there is going to be really good for this character. Now moving on to the next one that we have here, it's going to be Phoenix Blaze for the 75% attack. The next one that we have here is Griffin Sky Loom, which is going to be Lumino attack, skill damage, and skill duration for the percent shown there. And then the next mod that we have here, guys, is actually not leveled up for me yet because you guys can see my tolerance is pretty much maxed out, but I do have the Covenanter's Nirvana, which is the HP percent and skill damage one. So this one just provides a fairly good amount of skill damage. The HP is pretty nice too, just for like overall survivability, but honestly that part right there is really not needed. It's really just there for the skill damage. And then we do also have Covenanter's Blaze, which is giving the attack percent and skill duration, which is mainly there for the extra attack percent. And then we do have Typhon's Prime Serenity, but you don't necessarily need to run the Serenity version of this, guys, on this character. You can run the one that gives you the morale boost, which I would probably run that one over this, but because I actually don't have that mod available right now, I'm going to run the Sanity one, which is still very good just for general gameplay. You would probably want to give this to your combat AI supports, but this is still fine, and it's still really good. Again, the 7 Sanity every single 3 seconds for you and your team is really strong. And then the last mod here that we have here, guys, is Covenanter's Scorch, which is going to be a 96% attack rate there. That's really crazy because these mods right here, again, can be equipped at multiple times once they are at the +5. So this like you know, final A slot right here. I might just stack up the 96% attack again and put it here, or maybe another skill damage buff to kind of, you know, weigh it out so we don't get like too much diminishing returns for attack. So that is going to be pretty much the demon wedges right there for that build right there, guys. Now let's also talk about the Constance weapon and how the demon wedges are going to be built for this. So again, as I talked about, Samael, the greatsword, is actually a crit based, you know, Constance weapon right here. So it's a melee crit based one. So if you actually go to the demon wedges here, I'm rocking the attack speed one, which is going to be very good because again, the more attack speed, the faster we're doing our swings. We also do have the crit chance at 50% right here. We have the crit damage at 50% as well, and then we do have the attack 75% for just overall increased smash attack damage. So that is pretty much the general build right there, guys. So let's actually show you guys what it looks like now in the simulacrum area, or the meditation area, and I'm going to show you guys how much damage we're doing against enemies that are going to be at the level 60 range, and it's going to be the savage Philthoid. So let's spawn them in, and let's actually show you the ultimate itself and the damage we're able to do here. So let's actually start into the ultimate here. So we do the ult, it's going to do a swing right there, and that swing actually can also deal damage. And as you guys can see from my sanity bar on the bottom right, we're actually not draining any sanity, and we're in the mode for Samael. So Samael pretty much has infinite uptime even without any sanity. The only thing that will drain the sanity is the hold charge attack. So as you guys can see, as I'm holding the charge, the combo is going to be increasing, and it's going to drain all of my sanity right there to actually get it to, you know, that point right there. So that's how we're able to actually get that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the damage against these enemies here. Again, this is without any buffs. This is just straight up Samael right here and attacking into enemies here. But as you guys can see, the range on the AoE is very, very large, and you can see we're doing a lot of crits as well. Remember, we do have that one demon wedge that is giving us even more increased critical chance. It is again a multiplicative effect, but it's still going to get us around a 1/3 chance of actually getting crits. And look at the damage that we are doing here on the enemies, guys. So this is again without any support. This is just raw damage. We're doing about 23k a swing, and I mean, that is pretty good when we are hitting those crits. Now the crazy part though is when we actually do have the max S combo and we do the hold charge attack. So as you guys will see, we drop the charge attack and 470k right there, guys. And again, that is without any supports. So now talking about the combat AI supports that you guys are going to want to run. If we actually go to here, I'm just going to make sure all the enemies are dead, and let's go to the armory here, guys. So I'm just going to show you if we go to the combat AI supports that I would recommend for this character, MC is actually going to be a really good one because of the fact that the MC is increasing the weapon damage effect, right, which is also very strong. So if you are planning on running for Lisbell, you could do MC, you could do Margie as well. Margie, again, 85% attack. I always show you guys this, but 40% attack here from her combat AI, and then just 45% attack just by being on the team. So both of those things right there can be really nice for Lisbell, as that does increase her damage scaling. And then another character, again, Truffle and Filbert, just for straight up damage percent bonus, you're getting 61% damage bonus. So if I had to choose between the characters here for actually buffing Lisbell, I probably would opt to Truffle and Filbert and Margie as the standard kind of double buffing scenario, as you have a sustain, and then you also have a character like Margie, which is just for raw buff. So let's actually equip both the characters now from my tactical backpack here. So let's equip Truffle and Filbert, let's equip Margie, and let's actually spawn in some enemies here, and we'll test that out again, and we'll see what our damage is looking like again, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna spawn them in again. We were doing about 20k right there, you know, with our damage. So let me just, you know what I'll do, actually, before they hit the enemies, let me charge it up again, just so we have the big sword, because as you guys can see, when you are charging it up, the range on the sword actually does automatically increase. So now when I swing the sword, it's a lot bigger of the range. So it's actually not a bad idea to charge it up that way, but you could also, again, charge it up as you're hitting the enemies. So let's see Truffle and Filbert hit the enemies with that. And then as you guys are seeing right there, that is about 40k right there with the increased damage, 45k. And then, yeah, here we go. We can continue the combo here. But as you guys are seeing, we do hit about the 40k on the crits right there, which is really, really nice. And then now if we actually go over here, hopefully they actually do buff me, Truffle and Filbert. But I'm just going to hold the charge attack right here, and hopefully they do get off like a skill. But yeah, and then we go for the ult, and as you guys can see, look at that, it's crazy damage, right? And here I'll actually do this again as well. So we just got the damage buff again, so I'm gonna fully charge this up, and let's actually see how much damage this is gonna be. Oh, right there. So you guys kind of missed it right there. That was about like, what, like 600k, I think it was like last second I kind of saw it. Here, let me respawn the enemies again, and we'll try that again, because Truffle and Filbert was kind of moving them a little bit. But yeah, as you guys can see, like, this is crazy though, right? This honestly is a really crazy way you're able to do it. But yeah, let's just spawn these guys in and we'll try that one last time. But yeah, very, very good character, man, overall. Alrighty, guys, so we just spawned the characters back in again. And so now, yeah, now with the Samil here, I'm gonna, here, let me charge this back up just so we get the bigger sword. We get the biggest sword possible, and then now when we start swinging on them, we're gonna be doing crazy damage. And I'll do the charge up attack again, so I'll let you guys see it. So again, there we go, we do get the buff, and I'm just gonna charge up my combo right here, and we're gonna go for the hit. And as you guys see, look at that, that's 100k. That's without enough energy though, so I actually need to get a little bit more energy here. Hopefully, you know, the game just kind of gives me the energy here as we're standing in the area. But yeah, like once you do get like a crazy amount of like stacks on it, guys, you're gonna be doing a lot of damage, man. So yeah, let's just see here. I'm just gonna go for the full charge again. Let's see what our damage is kind of looking like here. So we fully charge it up, and yeah, that again, that's without even getting to S right there. So obviously, you know, the higher you get it to, and when you do get to S, you're gonna get that crazy nuke damage. And as you guys can see, the AoE on it is very, very good as well. So yeah, guys, Lisbell is a really good DPS, especially early on in the game. And because you do get her from the Misty Maze or the Mystic Maze, it's going to be a fairly accessible DPS to get into. And in my opinion, one of the best DPS in the game, as she covers AoE and single target content. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, I'll have my editor show you guys footage of Lisbell on the screen here of just me like kind of killing enemies and stuff. But yeah, she is just an insanely strong character, really good for her AoE damage. And I think she is going to be one of those characters that, you know, you're just going to kind of run whenever you're running like a Mystic Maze run, or maybe on the end game when they do have like lumino damage and melee boosted stuff. Then I do think in like, you know, immersive theater, this character would actually be very, very good. Right now, you're not able to actually run her in immersive theater, at least on the hardest difficulty, just because of the fact that they do lock it to ranged pyro or anemo characters right now. But in general, like, she is just insanely strong, and I do recommend you guys give her a try and build her out. So that is going to be it for the video right there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know again what you guys think about the character in the comment section below. But that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.